Brett Payne never said that he first heard about Bryan Kohberger on December 20th. This is the transcript of the hearing where Brett Payne appeared and Ann Taylor questioned him. And she's asking him when was the first time he came in contact with one of the officers from WSU who found Kohberger's car. Because remember, on November 29th, 2 WSU campus officers, one did a query in the database and another on foot, found the car. And they searched for the tags and they got Kohberger's name. So when Ann Taylor says to Payne, so you don't know about him or talk to him until December 20th, 2022, correct? The him in question is not Kohberger, it's one of the officers from WSU. Before I get into the rest of my answer, I just want to say that I highly recommend reading transcripts of these hearings. I have a difficulty processing information that's communicated verbally. My brain, as well as a lot of people's brains, tends to shut down when it's presented with a lot of information. And that makes it harder to process and retain information. I know a lot of people are going to say it's wild that it took over 2 weeks for Payne to have a conversation with these WSU campus officers. But it actually makes sense. You have to remember, he's kind of the head bitch in charge. He's probably given information on a need-to-know basis. They probably told him about the campus officers finding the car, but just didn't tell him the name. And since this conversation with the WSU officer happened around December 20th, which is about a week before the affidavit was presented, it makes sense that that's when Payne would talk to one or both of these men, because he's constructing the affidavit and he wants to hear the details.